Looking down at MetLife Stadium, Pittsburgh and the New York Jets. Jets won the toss and have deferred. We'll see the Steelers out there first on offense. Bill Cowher, Phil Simms alongside. Last thought before kickoff.
We talked about it earlier. They got to get off to a fast start. I mean, this is an offense that has not scored points in the first quarter, and they're going to get the ball first. So getting at least a couple first downs to change the field position is huge.
Well, I'd say this for the New York Jets. You had a short week. The Pittsburgh Steelers had a bye week. So look for new things. Play very safe to start the game on both sides of the ball.
Nick Folk, who has put away 2 games already this year with last-second winning field goals, will send it down to Felix Jones. And we just received word that the Steelers, Curtis Brown, with a tricep injury, suffered during warm-ups after they had already designated them inactives. He will not be able to play today. He is out for the game.
And it will hurt them on special teams because they had a lot of DBs active for that reason. So we'll see.
Nick Folk kicks it to Jones, who will run it out from 4 deep. And he is met right there at the 19-yard line. Hit by Trufant, then Roethlisberger. His last 2 games has thrown for almost 800 total yards. It's the greatest 2 games spanned by yardage in Steeler history. Of course, they did not lead to victories, though, as this team still looking for victory number 1. Beecham at left tackle gets the start. Mike Adams, who had started the first 4, inactive today. They sit him down. And Bell is the featured back in his 2nd game in the NFL. They come out with 3 tight ends. And a bubble screen to Antonio Brown. And he's able to squirt through a tiny opening for 3 yards. This Jets defense, particularly up front, very stout. They stop the run. Wilkerson, sensational stretch he's going through, dating back to last year. Harrison and the rookie Richardson. There's the linebacking core, including David Harris, tackling machine. Cromartie is up. They had a knee injury suffered during the week, but not as serious as everyone feared. And he gets the start here today. So 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. They go with Bell, who hops out to about the 26 and a gain of 4. Rex Ryan on one side. Mike Tomlin.
And Rex Ryan will also give you multiple looks, and I think the Steelers right now are trying to keep it in 3rd and short and medium. That's why you see the quick throw, the running game. They want to keep it in the 3rd and short to eliminate all those looks that Rex can throw at you.
Derek Moy is an extra receiver in for the Steelers, wide to the left on 3rd and 3. And again, they go the same play they opened the game with, and that's an illegal. It's an incomplete pass. It looked like it hit Brown right on the helmet.
Well, it was tipped before it went out there. They love these screens to the wide receivers. And as he throws the football outside, it hits the tight end, Heath Miller. So last week, the Steelers threw 10 wide receiver screens. It's a great way to offset the blitz the Jets are going to show them. Didn't work the first play, though.
It helps your pass protection as well. No question.
A 3 and out for the Steelers, and Mesko comes out to punt. It's 11 straight games now that the Steelers, as Mesko hits the ground, no flag. Curley stumbles and falls at the 37. 11 straight games the Steelers have not put up an opening drive touchdown. That was a 47-yard punt. Here comes Geno Smith. His best performance of this rookie season by far came Monday night down in Atlanta. Just sensational. 3 touchdown passes, no turnovers. His line includes Willie Colon, who spent a lot of time with the Steelers. Cumberland has caught touchdowns each of the last 2 games. And Smith still has it. He's got 9 yards. And the Pittsburgh defense, 4 games without a takeaway. Hayward moves into the lineup ahead of Hood. Timmons flanked by rookies Williams and Jones. And in the secondary, William Gay starts for Cortez Allen. Powell is the running back with the handle on 2nd and 1 into the arms of Kiesel, but he's got the first down and a gain of 3. Now the Steelers have just called back to our truck to tell us it was not Curtis Brown who was injured during warmups. It was Levi Brown, who they had just traded for since their last game. The left tackle, who was up for the game, tricep injury. He's not going to be able to play.
Probably doing some pass blocking during warm-ups, threw those arms out to hit somebody. Hurt the tricep.
Here's the Wildcat, and Powell was held to only a yard. So Curtis Brown, just to, again, clear that up, and it was the Steelers who first sent in word it was Brown. Curtis Brown will be seeing action today.
Couple things we've seen from this Jets offense already. That was the Wildcat. Kind of went out of vogue a couple years ago, but it's back when you look at the Jets. But the first play, Geno Smith, the zone read, they like to do it early to make the defense to say, oh, we got to be ready for that zone read. Hopefully it opens up some running lanes for the running back.
Hey, Lieutenant!
Second down right at midfield, 2nd and 9. And that's Powell again over to the Pittsburgh side of the field for another 2. So 4 plays, 4 running plays so far for the Jets. They got 3rd down coming up.
And I really like what Marty Morningwig's doing. He's giving a lot of different looks. You can see the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. They're having to make a lot of different calls, but they're playing it very safe and close to the vest right now early in this game so Geno can get a feel for that defense.
Well, here we go, Jim. This is it. We heard it from the Steelers. We heard it from their players. 3rd and long is when you get a chance to do something that you can catch the offense by surprise and going against a rookie quarterback.
3rd and 7.
Everybody standing up.
Coming in on Smith. Steps away from the first pressure and throws it down the field and out of bounds. Hit Jarvis Jones on him, and then later it was Polamalu chasing after him.
Jarvis Jones coming for, here he is, number 95.
And this again, this is a classic Dick LeBeau rush right here. You're going to get a lot of different movement. They're not big, but they're athletic, and they're going to get them off the spot. Geno does a nice job here of feeling the pressure and just getting away from it, and he does a nice job of throwing it away.
Ryan Quigley in the punt. And it goes out of bounds at about the 39-yard punt. Well done by Quigley. Each team with a possession, no score, first quarter. There's Levi Brown, who again injured a tricep during warm-ups and not expected to play today after they just traded for him from Arizona. And there's Mike Adams, who's inactive, had been the starter at left tackle.
Only gives them 6 offensive linemen active today, 1 sub.
Guy Wimper, their only reserve offensive lineman now. 1st and 10, and they dump it off to Le'Veon Bell, and Jets are surrounding him at the 13-yard line, but a flag is out as well. Gain of 4. And poor field position.
Holding offense number 77.
All year for the Steelers.
To the goal.
That's the 3rd screen, and his man was in 6 plays.
Worst average starting field position in the league. Of course, a lot of that has to do with the fact they don't have a single takeaway. They've only started 1 now out of 50 drives this season on the opponent's side of the field. This is their 50th drive of the year, and 49 of them have started at their own end.
Of course, it hurts their offense, but the offense now doesn't drive it. It hurts their defense to get in situations to get those turnovers.
1st and 14. From the end zone and almost to safety as Roethlisberger throws it over the head of Sanders and somehow is able to dodge the safety.
He is so strong in the pocket. When you look at Ben Roethlisberger, this is a classic him. And again, you're going to see, there it is, Wilkerson right now beating him fast, but he can't go high on Ben. He has one of the strongest shoulders right there. And there's Wilkerson. They put him back there on Beecham.
Well, they talk about it so much when you play against the Steelers. First off, a bad snap. That slows the drop back. But Kelvin Beachum, you found out, Muhammad Wilkerson, he's fast and strong. It's a double-edged sword when you play against him.
Yeah, Wilkerson moved over to the other side, and he beat Beachum and very nearly Got the tackle in the end zone. 2nd and 14. And after stumbling, it's over the head of Sanders. And now 3rd and long coming up for the Steelers. What do you see so far from the Steelers here, Coach?
There's just no rhythm. You know, they're in this situation. They're trying to throw it fast. They're trying to get some yardage. I thought the first situation they had a perfect situation, 3rd and 3. Those are the things you have to do. You have to convert 3rd downs to get some kind of rhythm on offense.
Well, it just shows you, Jim and Bill, that they have great respect for this Jets defense. And you can't get rhythm when you're getting overpowered up front, which is well, that's a consistent story with the Steelers' offensive line this year.
They go to Miller. And the Jets bring him down at the 10.
Another safe play, and I think that's a good play by them. I'll tell you, you can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can lose it.
That's a good point. 4th screen. I should keep count. 4 screens already today, and we still have plenty of time to go in the first quarter.
Greg Warren is the long snapper for the Steelers, signed by Coach Cowher at the outset of that 2005 Super Bowl winning season. He'll send it back to Mesko. No pressure on the punter. Sends a spiral to Curley at the 42. 48-yard punt. And Curley to the Steelers' side of the field. Worlds pushes him out after the 13-yard run back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Chili's $20 dinner for 2. And by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
We're back here in New Jersey. The Jets' second possession starts out at the Pittsburgh 45. Stay on the ground with Powell. Nice burst and second effort as well, and it's going to be a first down carry for 10 yards.
You look at this offensive line of the New York Jets, it's the strength of their football team, and they got 3 big-time players that time. DeBrickashaw Ferguson, the left tackle, Nick Mangold, the center. Awesome job by him, and the rookie, Winters, getting in the way of some defensive players.
I tell you, I like how the Jets are coming out. They're establishing the line of scrimmage, giving it all different looks. That was kind of a base formation, but I'll tell you, the offensive line looks like they're controlling it in the running game against Pittsburgh.
Well, this offensive line, Jim and Bill, we talked about it. They got men, and this is the start of a team that can get really good because of their offensive line.
Timeout Jets. Powell's shoe came off on that 10-yard run, and then he was late getting to the huddle. So the Jets call a timeout. Fantasy football fans, check out CBSSports.com Player Challenge, a new 4-week game with a cash prize in every league. See rules. Sign up at CBSSports.com/challenge. Back here with Coach Cowher and Phil Simms. What do you see so far here, Coach?
I mean, the fact that they deferred early in the game, they set the whole field position on this side of the ball, let their defense and the crowd get into it. I'll tell you, the Jets own the line of scrimmage right now.
And the Jets have first down at the Pittsburgh 35. David Nelson has come in as a receiver, lined up on the right. And Goodson into the game. Receives the pass. And inside the 30, and near another first. David Nelson, I mentioned, was in there, and he gave a good block that helped free him for 10.
Jets been pretty good at this, too. The wide receiver screens. David Nelson only been here a little over a week. Good block. But Mike Goodson, the speed, they need speed on the offensive side, and Mike Goodson brings it to running back position, and also, Bill, you can see, very good at catching the football outside.
A lot of flexibility with the personnel they have. Now they go with 3 tight ends in the game. A lot of different looks early.
Ivory, the running back, and Ivory hit low and still tries to chug along, picks up 3. You know, Geno Smith, the Jets have alternated wins and losses. In the wins, look at the numbers, and look at the giveaways in the loss column, particularly the game down at Tennessee.
Now that game, but you know, look, we talked about it in the opening. Geno Smith last week threw with confidence. He really threw he let it go. You said it, Jim, and he told us, just throw it with great confidence. You were drafted high because of your arm strength. Show it off.
Played a superb game down there in Atlanta. Got 2nd and 7. And Powell, not much there this time. It's Polamalu, who happened to be Geno Smith's favorite player growing up, Bill.
And one of the guys, Marty, says, who do you have to find when you come out there? Who's the first person you're looking for? It's Troy Polamalu, because he's the one that you have to be aware of to make big plays. But I like how Marty has taken this game and taken it out of Geno's hands, thrown it early, so he can get a feel for the game, get a feel for this defense. And now he puts them in 3rd and manageable situation, 3rd and 5.
Yes, if they blitz, you're still able to get rid of the football quickly and pick up a first down.
3rd and 5. They give him time, and he completes it to Powell, who has the first down, and is finally brought down at the 11 by Clark and Taylor. And the Jets keep on moving down the field.
This is one thing I've seen against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. I saw it a lot with the Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, Chicago Bears, and even over in London by the Minnesota Vikings. Throw the football quick to the short receiver. Steelers covering down the field. You're able to catch it and get some yards.
And you do that, dear Phil, when you have 3rd and manageable situations. You don't have, it negates any rush. And if you want to throw it down here right now, I'd throw it on 1st down.
They've got Cumberland, who caught touchdown each of the last 2 games, wide to the right. And they're coming over here to Cumberland. Makes the catch and is hit right away by William Gay. Picks up only 2. Cumberland showing some great flashes in that game down in Atlanta last week.
Well,
particularly in the red zone, Phil.
Well, yeah, he's big, he's fast, he's the perfect tight end. Remember, he was a wide receiver at the University of Illinois. He made the transition. He got hurt in his 2nd year, got better last year, and he is, listen, he's their best receiver right now in the football team, a guy you want to throw the football to.
I love it. The Jets brought 4 new guys in on offense. They are mixing up personnel packages left and right.
2nd and 8. And the collision at about the 3 as he lost his helmet. And we were talking about Cumberland. Of course, the Jets going to go 4 games without Kellen Winslow, suspended, violating the league's performance-enhancing drug policy.
Well, they got a good tight end. They picked up on the waiver wire from the New England Patriots, Zach Sudfeld. Hey, he's a good-looking guy who's going to, I think, like Cumberland, could blossom into a starting tight end in this league.
Big down here.
3rd and 1. Darting, trying to go low for it was Powell.
I don't think he made it.
They're not going to give him the spot much past the line of scrimmage.
Well, you tell us, Bill, the Steeler defense, it hasn't changed a lot since you were there. When you got these situations, hard to run it right up the middle.
It is.
4th down. What do you think here, Coach? Looks like they're going to bring Falk out.
Kick the field goal.
Okay.
Well, they're bringing in. Okay, here they come.
No. You kicked it's a no-brainer. You come away with points right now.
I saw a defensive lineman come in and said last week they brought in Sheldon Richardson at fullback and threw it against the Falcons. So.
You like this call, here, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. You come away with points right now.
Oh, this game we can already tell getting first downs is going to be.
Got a flag.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
This could be a race, first 1 to 10 wins, Bill. So 3 points is big.
Nick Falk, perfect 11 for 11 on the season.
It's easier to make these decisions up here in the booth, isn't it, Bill?
Yes.
Fresh off of winning that Atlanta game with a 43-yarder at the end. And he's true again. A little skirmish after the 3rd down between Nelson and Ike Taylor. Did not draw a flag. The Jets put the first points on the board.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Get to Walmart and the October savings event going on right now. And by Ford. Only Ford gives you EcoBoost fuel economy and a whole lot more.
New tradition here at MetLife Stadium, the Jet Walk into the stadium. They hand out little coins to some of the youngsters. The Jets have scored on every red zone trip so far this season. And Falk, who kicks it's the first Jet place kicker to make his first 12 attempts on a season, but he's not going to be happy with that one. It is a touchback. It did go out of bounds in the end zone. Coach, let's flash back to February 5th, 2006. Ford Field at Detroit and Super Bowl 40. Yes, Parker takes it 75 for the touchdown.
Pass Willie Parker.
Pass Willie Parker, to Antoine Randall, to Hines Ward, the Super Bowl 40. Happy times right there.
15 years is the head coach of the Steelers, his hometown team. That's 149 regular season wins. Yet another 12 wins in the postseason, including that Super Bowl victory. 2 Super Bowl appearances overall. The Steelers start from the 20. I thought for a moment that ball might have gone out of bounds on the other side of the pylon, but instead it was 1 yard deep, and here's a little toss to Bell.
Yes.
Who was pushed out of bounds by Landry after a gain of 12. We've got an update back to JB and Dan in New York.
Bengals offense looking for its stride. Andy Dalton, after going 2 games without a touchdown pass, he finds A.J. Green for an 18-yard touchdown, putting Cincinnati up 10-7. You think Cowher's giving Sims some room to talk today? No way. No way? Jim Nantz got a tough one. Jim Nantz.
So Dalton to Green, 3 teams at 3-2 in that AFC North, and there are the Steelers at 0-4. We got a first down here and a run with Bell, trying to run against a defensive front that's just shutting everybody down on the ground so far this year.
It's a defensive front. I mean, when you look at them between Wilkerson and Richardson and Damian Patterson or Harrison in the middle, they're big. They're a lot bigger and stronger than the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. And you know, I like the fact the last 3 first downs it came out throwing early, but you know, at some point I think you want to throw the ball early to loosen it up and mix in the run to keep it in third and manageable.
2nd and 9.
Black five! Black five!
On the delay to give to Bell. And there's a flag thrown in from the backfield, offensive backfield, after a 3-yard carry.
Holding offense number 68. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You talk about this defense. One, when you try to run the football against a Rex Ryan defense, we know he's going to do whatever it takes to stop your running game. And look what they've done, all the rankings. And this year, you see they're 2nd in the NFL. That's because Rex Ryan now is over there calling the defenses. Standing next to him is Dennis Thurman, the defensive coordinator, who relays that message and sends it into David Harris, number 52, the linebacker.
That's the 2nd holding penalty against the Steelers offense. Jericho Cotchery, the former Jet, has come in for the Steelers on 2nd and 19. Bell cuts outside and spins out to about the 27 for a pickup of 4. Well, Bell had to sit out the first 3 games with a mild Liz Frank injury. Some thought it might cost him his rookie year, but what a debut in London. He rushed for 2 touchdowns. First Steeler rookie to do that since Bam Morris in '94. Also caught 4 balls.
After he scored that touchdown, he said it finally hit him. He goes, oh man, I'm in the NFL. So what a great moment to score your first touchdown.
3rd and 15. He splits out to the right side, does Bell. They go left with Brown, who snags it, zigs and zags. And what an effort to pick up the first down, Antonio Brown.
There's a blitz against the blitz, the quick screen. They hit it right the first time. On the first 3rd down, they tried the same play to the other side.
Yep.
This time they complete it, they hit it, they put Antonio Brown one-on-one, and he can make people miss.
Well, they did
big completion.
You're right, Bill. They did it last week against 2 weeks ago against the Minnesota Vikings, 3rd and long, and twice they picked them up. They blocked excellent down the field. Antonio Brown is a great kick returner, so this is just open space, returning another kick and making people miss.
They needed 15, he got 16.
Black five! Black five!
Gonna throw it on first down. Pressure, and they sack Beckham back at the 35. It's Garrett McIntyre.
Guy's a solid backup, Garrett McIntyre. You don't pay attention to him coming off the top side, and he's got the, I hate this pass protection when you have a tight end trying to block an edge pass rusher. I know he's a linebacker, but he can rush the passer like a defensive end.
There's no regards right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. They're just blitzing them.
That's the end of the first quarter. Jets lead it 3-0. A little Queen V.
Yeah, I like that song. It is very appropriate. Here we are. We were at the concert Thursday night, Commissioner and myself enjoying it. And yeah, Queen V. You gotta go out and get yourself a little bit.
Yeah. Sounding good. 2nd and 18 now for the Steelers to start the second quarter. Roethlisberger down the field to Miller. What a catch. Reached right over Antonio Allen to make the grab for 31.
Yeah, good job that time by Ben Roethlisberger, moving in the pocket, steps up,
Wow.
and he does not like to throw short passes when he's moving in the pocket. And what a catch by Heath Miller. Good to all quarterbacks in this league now, of course, love the tight end. Why? Because the tight end's right in front of almost all the time.
I'll tell you, Heath Miller does not have the speed he once has, but he may have his strongest hands on that field.
He's one of those players, when he's covered, he's open. So throw it to him.
First down at the Jets, 34. And Bell met at the line and pushed back, no gain. Start your Monday night with a great new hour of comedy, How I Met Your Mother, and Two Broke Girls at its new time, followed by a special Big Bang Theory tomorrow, beginning at 8, 7 Central, only CBS. Second and 10. And back to the shotgun. A drive where they've completed a 3rd and 15 for a first and a 2nd and 18. Fake in trouble and sacked for the 2nd time. Douzable was in there.
Yeah, listen, the protection that time, it was good enough for Ben Roethlisberger. The coverage down the field, he knows the blitz is coming.
I think he had him right here. I mean, you have Jadon Sanders, and he was trying to go down the field, and he held the ball. Sometimes you just got to take the little one.
Underneath, you see the wide open receiver. He did not see him because he knew it was blitz. You said it, Bill. Looking deep, nobody open deep.
5 wide, and now Bell comes back to flank his quarterback on 3rd and 13.
They need about 5 yards to get field goal range.
Could be a screen.
Down the field and caught by Brown, but short of the first.
But they put him in range now for Sushan to kick a field goal. So, I mean, in that situation, you may not convert the 3rd down, but give yourself enough to come out of this with 3.
Yep, 9 big yards to make it about a 47-yard attempt coming up.
It was a screen play to the right. He had the option to look at one-on-one on the backside. Brown against Walls, and I think he made the right decision. Take the easy yards.
Here's Sweezum now, who's made 38 of his last 39 from inside 50. We'll call this officially 46 to tie the game. Let's go on the hold. And Sweezum with the kick.
It took a heavyweight fight, guys.
And the kick is good. Trading punches. What you're saying here, huh?
No doubt.
Jim and I do that every week. That's nothing new.
Welcome to the booth. 3-3. Don't miss a new episode of the hit drama Person of Interest. New night and time Tuesday at 10/9 Central, only CBS. So Roethlisberger got sacked twice on that drive, but the Steelers do put up a field goal.
Oh, that is the last thing you want right there after getting a little bit of momentum back is now losing the field position by kicking the ball out of bounds.
40-yard line, first down.
That does not make a head coach very happy.
That'll bring the football to the 40-yard line. Mike Tomlin over in London, that was his 100th regular season game as the head coach. How does that stack up through the iconic coaches of Steeler lore? Oh, Chuck Noll was 56 and 44. You were 67 and 33 through your first 100 regular season games. And there's Mike Tomlin, 63 and 37. First and 10. And play action.
First and 10 play action. And he's looking back.
Coming back over to Powell. Stands alone at the 50 and trying to wiggle past Kiesel.
That's a game plan play there.
Yes.
Drive starter's what you call it. It's an easy read for the quarterback coming out of the backfield. Everybody's going right. The receivers are going to the right side and throw it all the way back across. Nice throw by Geno Smith. And Bilal Powell, what a surprise he's been.
Getting Geno out of the pocket, that was big. I mean, he's good on the move.
What did Mike Tomlin say about the Jets offense in Atlanta? They took 60 plays and condensed it into 30. It made perfect sense. They were that efficient.
Geno's 4 completions, all to backs or 1 to the tight end.
Spread it out. Throw it quick.
On first down, stepping back. All the way back to the 35, and that will be out of bounds. That was McClendon running after him. Some 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Again, back here with Phil Simms and Bill Cowher. And this NFL Today Road Show.
You know, Bill's not really used to this. I came in today, he wanted me to tie his tie because somebody in the studio always does it. He's looking for food. There's food here. See, because Boomer's not in the booth with us, so there's going to be a lot of food for you to eat if you want to go.
Second and 10. And they go in the round with Goodson. And the Steelers lock down that side and hold it to a 2-yard gain.
That is a great play by Vince Williams because they had something there. This is the young rookie kid that came. He started when Larry Foote went down in week 1. And you see this kid right here. He sees it and he can close. They got some speed. Lawrence Timmons and Vince Williams, they got some speed on the inside. That was a big play.
Yeah, and Jarvis Jones, how about that? Another good Steeler linebacker. I think you saw a few of those in your career as a coach. Amazing that they keep drafting guys that can come in and play and be good.
3rd and 8 from the 45 of Pittsburgh. And they're chasing after Smith, and they take him down for the Steelers' first sack of the game, and only their 5th of the entire season. It's Worlds.
Yes. Jason Worlds right here. You're going to beat him off the corner.
Well, they double team and that. See, sometimes you don't know. DeBrickashaw Ferguson in the back both have Jason Worlds, and one goes, oh, I got him here, you got him there. It's like double team coverage. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But 3rd and long, Steelers getting some positions that they like to send some guys at the young quarterback.
Brown back deep, waiting for Quigley's punt. It's a 37-yard punt and a fair catch at the 18. It's Worlds putting up the sack. That's something we haven't seen a lot from the Steelers this season. Just the 5th time.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Pepsi. Live for now.
Back here at MetLife Stadium, aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife. The Steelers offense, a whole lot of screens we've seen so far.
Yeah, we've seen them all, to the running back, to the tight end, to the wide receivers. When you worry about blocking the defense, you look for different ways to get it done.
And it's a respect that they have right now for Rex Ryan, because I talked about all the different fronts they present, and the problem is and you don't have to worry about protection with screens. So they're trying to eliminate all those protection issues by throwing the ball quickly.
Felix Jones will start out this series in the backfield for Pittsburgh. And Roethlisberger wanting to throw on first down. He's got Miller open. Tries to get away from McIntyre, but he'll have the first down and a little bit more. A gain of 16.
Yeah, Keith Miller now coming back. This is his 3rd game back from the injury. Had the week off, so that helps. Working down the slow release. He didn't take off at the snap of the ball, trying to help the offensive line, and that's why he was wide open. Jets didn't see him.
All his releases are slow. Not because he's a slow guy, but I'll tell you what, Ben knows where he's going to be, and I'll tell you what, there's no doubt, there's no coincidence between this offense picking up the last couple games and his entry into the lineup.
And Ben was telling us last night how happy he is to have Miller back. First down. Felix Jones, the former Cowboy, who had a brief spell with the Eagles before being traded right before the start of the season. Gain of 2.
Yeah, that's like a dead giveaway to me. As I look at that offensive formation, 3 tight ends to the left, they are going to run to that side. Now, I expect them, 3 tight ends, settle the defense down, and throw it to the wide receiver who's going to have a chance one-on-one.
Yeah, I'll go up for play action.
We'll call it 2nd and 7. Inside of 9 minutes to go in the first half.
Black bar! Black bar!
Over to Sanders. First down and onto the Jet side of the field. He beat Cromartie on that one
He did.
for a gain of 13.
Down the bottom of your screen, Sanders very quick. You always have to be alert for him going deep. A lot of screens, a lot of quick passes. Get it out of your hand. And Cromartie, shoot, Wednesday, there was a thought that he might be out for the year. How about him getting healthy enough and starting this game?
You're starting to sense a little bit of the rhythm right now, a little picking it up. You can see a little bit in the way they're coming out of the huddle right now in Pittsburgh.
Roethlisberger's hit his last 7 throws. He's over 100 yards passing.
Luther, sir!
The fake to Jones, set up another screen. And it's Will Johnson, the fullback, for a pickup of about 3, but we've got a flag.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 97.
And a personal
15-yard
foul penalty
penalty.
against the Jets.
Automatic
for the horse
first
collar.
down.
Yes.
Couldn't see it.
Well, again, right here, you cannot grab the back of the shoulder pads. You can see him grab it right there, and he does not release it. I mean, he holds on to it, and that's a dangerous play, and it's been, that was properly called. That's a good call.
Yeah, it was close. You know, I thought Calvin Pace let go of it pretty quickly, did not pull the runner backwards, but once you grab, like you said, Bill, the jersey or inside the shoulder pads, they throw the flag.
Most penalized team in the league so far, the Jets. The least, Pittsburgh.
Black bar!
1st and 10. Markov brings it to the 33. And that is a backwards pass because Brown's going to throw it right back. And Jones is able to make the
A
grab.
little trickery.
From Ben to Brown to Jones, and a gain of 15.
It's about that spot of the field, too. There it is. A first down over 50. It's
Right.
always that gimmick spot to throw right there.
Yeah, I wonder who started that trend with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, we saw that Antoine Randall L to Hines Ward
Yes.
throw a little earlier.
It's true. The Bengals, remember we did a Bengals-Steelers game, and they look at a whole reel of Pittsburgh Steeler trick plays, and Bill, you started it.
Yeah, and it picks up your offense. You know, it gives a defense something to think about. You need to throw some of those wrinkles in there.
Yeah, slows them down.
In the red zone at the Jets 18. They brought back Le'Veon Bell. They give it to him on the delay. Quick cut to the outside. Tries to spin away from Davis. And he's got 3 to the 15-yard line. We saw the Steelers in their last outing over at Wembley Stadium in London, Phil. Do they look different to you today?
Yeah, you know, a little bit, Jim. Not a marked difference. I mean, they haven't turned the football over, which is a great thing for them. They've been so turnover prone, but they always move the football. It's the big mistakes that have set this team back.
And you know, you get a couple third downs, you get some rhythm, you get some continuity, and that's what I'm seeing with these guys. A couple big conversions.
2nd and 7. And it's Bell. Look at that cut. Trying to get to the edge on the Jets defense.
You're not
Just
going to
gets-
run in this New York
Nope.
Jet team. They're good.
Just
They
back
can
to the
run.
line. No gain.
They're stout and they're fast.
Second in the NFL against the run, and I don't know what it is. Bill, you and I have talked about it. Buddy Ryan, he would do anything to make sure you didn't run on him.
Yeah.
And Rex Ryan's the same. And Rex even talked about it. It's just about power, who's going to win the physical war, and it's about being tough. That's why they put so much emphasis on the run defense.
Miller wide to the left. It's a 3rd and 7 for the Steelers.
Rex has been known to blitz in this situation. It looks like they're coming again. They're all up there. They're coming.
Roethlisberger throws. Brown has it! And they rule it incomplete. He did not hold on. He turned around, looked like he had it.
Ben
But he dropped
Roethlisberger
it.
took a shot right there. I mean, he may be hurting.
Antonio Brown got right away from Antonio Cromartie. And Ben Roethlisberger, nice throw, back shouldered it.
Yep.
Oh, Quentin Coples. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that's close to a penalty, too, because you're not allowed to fall and put your weight on top of the quarterbacks as they go to the ground.
But it's a drop touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the headline on that one. 33-yard field goal try. Squeeze them. And the kick is good. He's now 8 for 8 on the season. Roethlisberger looks like he might be in some pain after being driven to the turf on his throwing shoulder. This was Brown dropping a certain touchdown.
Yeah, I think he's got to make that play. You know, we talk about an offense struggling in the first half and getting leads in the game. You got to lead at 6-3, but that's an opportunity that's big against a rookie quarterback. He's got to make that catch, though.
In the NFL, that's a routine catch now. The back shoulder throw, you throw it every day in practice. You throw it when you're doing routes. You just expect it to be a pitch and catch, like if you threw it right in their chest and they're wide open.
And that drop ended Roethlisberger's streak of 8 consecutive completions. Should have been 9. 6-3 Steelers. Let's see if Sweezen can keep this one in the field of play. Actually kicks it away from Gates, who will take the touchback. Tonight on 60 Minutes, a 15-year-old boy who may have come up with a cancer breakthrough. Plus one of the great untold human rescue stories of the 20th century on 60 Minutes tonight, only CBS. It's not very often this season. In fact, barely at all they've had a lead. Remember, they got the safety on the opening kick of the season against Tennessee for a safety.
It's only been a field goal lead and a safety lead.
Their third lead of the whole year is right now. And that's Powell trying the right side for about 3. As Nelson and Taylor, they got tangled up earlier, and they're back at it again.
Well, the Steeler defense so far, they've gotten Geno Smith in some pressure situations. They got a sack. They've had some pressure on him. To Bill, I think the big thing that we've noticed that you never see from this team today, they're making tackles.
Yeah.
In these first 4 games, they've missed a lot of tackles.
Ziggy Hood, who lost his starting role, is back out there now. Smith still has it. Is going for the long ball. Wide open is Hill. Overthrown by about a yard.
Beautiful throw. I thought it was right on target when he let it go. They had good protection. Stephen Hill, this is what you got him for. You don't get him to run little short routes. He's a long strider. Troy Polamalu caught him guessing that time, and nobody's over the top.
And what's interesting is that he's been he's been the number 1 quarterback in the league in completing passes over 15 yards. This is unusual. Like Geno Smith, that's the strength of his. He missed a wide open Stephen Hill.
Now the Jets face 3rd and 7. Pressure again. And this time he's walloped back at the 18. The second sack of the game by the Steeler defense. It's LaMarr Woodley.
Coverage down the field. Geno Smith has to move. LaMarr Woodley circles all the way around, keeps working, and gets him on the rebound.
And Lawrence Timmons put the pressure on initially to try to block him with the back. And I'm going to tell you,
that's impossible.
Those two linebackers, those are the best 2 linebackers on their defense right there.
We saw Lawrence Timmons last night. I'd say he's a pretty big boy. That's the best way to say it.
And the thing that Pittsburgh's doing, they're getting in the face of this Jets receivers right now.
They have sacked Geno Smith the last 2 times on 3rd down. And that's the punt, the fair catch by Brown. 47-yard punt. 6-3 Steelers, 4 minutes to go first half.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Samsung Smart TV. TV has never been better. And by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today.
It's about much more than pink on the field. Together, the NFL and the American Cancer Society are helping women across the country make a crucial catch. Hear the personal impact stories and find out how you can help finish the fight against breast cancer at NFL.com/pink. And Jets defensive tackle Muhammad Wilkerson's mother is a breast cancer survivor, and he has a ribbon tattoo on his arm to honor his mom. The Steelers now with their best starting point, the 35-yard line, leading 6-3.
Black fire! Black fire!
And it's the handoff to Bell. And again, this is the first time Roethlisberger's back on the field after taking that hit.
Yeah, you know, Jim, as I watched him in the huddle, he's had some big hits today, but he's swinging that arm around, kind of keep it loose, and also on the sideline. Well, that pocket is tight, isn't it?
The hit he took on this one right here, this is the one that I think he got up. He said that Gronkowski's been throwing the ball a little bit on the sideline. I think Ben's okay, but let's keep an eye on it.
Plus, he injured a finger on his throwing hand over in London in their last game. You don't see a lot of zip on his passes so far, Phil.
Well, not as much as I usually see. It's a dry, cool day. Makes it tough.
Screen to Miller on 2nd and 8. And that's good for only 3. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. And that next snap will take place on the south side of 3 minutes.
Well, you know, listen, Jim, when you talk about Ben Roethlisberger, when does he always healthy? Bill, you dealt with it for so many years. The way he plays his style, he's going to get beat up.
And I'll tell you, they've taken an approach in this first half that they're not going to put themselves in harm's way. Ben is making a conscious effort to protect the ball and not make foolish interceptions. And putting himself in 3rd and medium. Now, they only went for 5 to this point. This is a big 3rd down.
And a timeout called by Ben. Their first. 3rd and 5 coming up out of the break. And we're back. Here are the quarterback numbers so far. 111 for Roethlisberger. Smith, 4 out of 7. Has not completed one so far to a wideout for 36 total yards. Pittsburgh's only 3rd down conversion came on a 3rd and 15 in the first quarter. This is a 3rd and 5.
Nobody deeper than 5 yards for the Jets.
Oh, sticky. Oh. They move.
Ball start. Offense
3rd
number
and 5 to 3rd
77.
and 10. That's huge.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Coach, what was it like for you? Here you are having drafted Ben Roethlisberger, and now he's in his 10th year in the league. And yesterday, he looked at you, a different side for him to see you in a meeting, and vice versa.
Yeah, it was. I think he appreciates some of the things we did the first couple of years. It's called maturity, Jim. You know, he's actually the leader on this team. So it's interesting to hear him talking about the young rookie Bell and everybody else right now, because he knows he has to take this team on his shoulders. He was feeling good about this game.
Need 10 for the first. He's got the time, fires it. And Brown that time makes a tough catch for the first. Takes it away from Cromartie.
You said it right. That was some catch. This Antonio Brown, we talked about him last night. He's just turned into a solid, really big-time #1 guy. He can do everything. He's tough, catches it, goes deep, catches the screens. Bill, I think you like him too.
No, I do, and I think we all see that what happened. They sat there and they had a chance to sign Mike Wallace. They gave the money to Antonio Brown. They thought he was the guy in the long term who was going to be the better player, and I think, again, it's going to prove right.
Roethlisberger took another hit, and they let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning. They'll have a new set of downs right at the 50 when we come back.
Rogers Cromartie, one of the best bump and run players. Little subtle things he does. Watch him grab the shoulder pad, but he'll let go because he won't see the extension. He gets away with this a lot. And again, a great throw and catch by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you marveled at his holding technique, how good he is at it.
Crafty vet.
First down for the Steelers with 2 minutes to go, second quarter. And Roethlisberger has another first down with Brown. He's now hit 11 of his last 12 passes. The only incompletion was the drop touchdown.
It's kind of like the Steelers that week off. It took them about the first quarter to get back in the flow of what a real NFL game is like, and especially the quarterback, he is grooving right now.
And we know with Rex, it's going to bother him if he can't get there with a 4-man rush, because the next thing you're going to see is a little bit of a blitz.
Black five! Black five!
And the Jets 39 on first down. Wow. Slips out of 2 tackles and picks up about 8. We've got another flag down on the far side of the field.
Holding Sanders.
Holding. Offense number 88. 10-yard penalty.
It's now 3 holding
First down.
calls on the Steelers.
The
Yep.
negative plays is hurting this offense.
Well, did he reach out as he makes the block to the outside? Watch Sanders. Does he go down? Oh, boy, oh, boy.
I don't know about that.
That was a tough. You know, that's when the defensive back was just trying to get down the ground to make the wide receiver cut back inside. They picked it up.
They picked it up now.
Terry McCauley had a little conference with the side judge, and they picked up the flag.
Well, they got it right.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report for JB, Dan Marino, and special guest Bart Scott for all the latest scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon halftime report. So, 7 yards on the play, no flag.
Clock is moving. 1 minute left. Here they come.
And 2 timeouts for the Steelers. Oh, trying to cut. The Jets swamped them right away. We got another flag. That was Bell decked for a loss. Loss of 4.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 68 was on the end of the line. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
The penalties for the Pittsburgh offense have just taken out any rhythm they can get in this game.
The Jets are going to decline this, obviously, and take the 4-yard tackle for a loss.
Yeah, you know, the Steelers, even though they have those timeouts left, there's no hurry. Take it down. And really, of course, they like to score a touchdown, but you just want to make sure you get the field goal attempt here in this situation.
Well, from this point, it'd be about 54 yards.
You need about 4 or 5 yards right here at least.
3rd and 7. Another false start penalty against Pittsburgh.
5-yard penalty. Third down.
Well, that was Beachum. He flinched.
Beachum now took over for Mike Adams, who was benched. And remember, that first sack was on Beachum.
It's amazing, that little move, and everybody in the stadium can see it. Isn't it something that's just...
He's had a rough first half here.
Beachum getting the start again at left tackle today for Mike Adams, who did not dress for the game, sat down.
Remember, Levi Brown is hurt, so they have no other tackles.
3rd and 12. At 5 yards puts him out of field goal range. Now trying to get back in it. And the completion to Antonio Brown, beating Isaiah Trufant. A gain of 11. It'll be 4th and 1. We got another skirmish back at the 45-yard line.
Good time that Le'Veon Bell came across the formation. Nice pickup on the blitz. Since you went out of bounds, the clock is stopped. Mike Tomlin trying to decide what he wants to do here.
Would it be 48-yard field goal try or go for it on 4th and 1?
I think you kick the field goal, give yourself at least a 6-point cushion.
Of course, if you were to go for it and miss, there are swirling winds in here. The Jets would be taking over at about the 38 and would have 2 timeouts and about 40 seconds to work with. Timeout called by the Steelers. Coach Tomlin's already brought out the field goal unit.
You know, a game like this thing is going to be a low-scoring game. You take the points right here. Your kicker has not missed a kick. I don't want to give him a kiss of death, but he has not missed a kick that made his last 15 from this yardage.
It's 48 yards. Sweesum. And it hooks.
Boy, every kick looks right. Soft draw into the inside, right down the middle.
Sweesum's 3rd field goal puts the Steelers up 9-3. Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. There's JB, Dan, and special guest Bart Scott, ready to take you through all the scores and the highlights. And you get to just relax coming up at halftime this week, Coach.
And you know, I love you guys watched one of the most offensive games in the league last year. Now you're going to see a true football game. 2 great defenses battling back and forth. I love this type of game.
Yeah. Well, so do we. We like it too, and it reminds us going back and covering your teams when there wasn't many points scored. Low scoring, a lot of fun to watch. But I love these games because strategy is such a huge part that we've seen it already in the field goal attempts by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Coach, last week, 99 points we saw. Denver beating Dallas 51-48, 4th highest scoring game ever. Nothing but field goals in this one. total of 12 points. And that's Bohannon out to about the 30. And now what will the Jets do here with 40 seconds to go in the half?
Rookie quarterback right now, I think you're very safe. Draw or screen the first play. If you get something big, maybe you do something else. I think Rex will be okay going into this game only down by 6 at half.
Oh, absolutely. Be very careful here. And as you look at the first half, the Jets, you said it, draw, screen. Make sure you don't turn it over and give the Steelers another chance. Ben Roethlisberger, he was very careful in the first half of the football.
Hey, look at that. It's a draw.
It's Goodson. And that's a gain of about 6.
As you've noticed up here, you got all the answers. It's easy. You know, we got all the answers up here.
Timeout called by the Jets, who have picked up only 1 first down in this quarter.
Well, you know why they call the timeout. It's the fact that if nothing else, give it one more draw play just in case you pop it or screen and get those extra yards where you say, now we can take a shot and maybe go down the field and get in field goal range.
As you look at those numbers, Roethlisberger's thrown for 155 yards.
Yeah, I feel like the Jets have played it very close to the vest right here with Geno. They really, you know, and I know he's not turned it over now. He's going, 6 straight quarters here, not done it, none against Atlanta. But at some point, you're going to have to open this thing up.
Mike 9-4.
2nd and 4 with 31 seconds to go in the quarter. Throws it down the field, and a one hop's incomplete. Going for Gates.
Well, good protection that time. They had the 2 running backs in the backfield to give Geno Smith extra time. Clyde Gates, boy, you got to be ready for the football to come out quick. Maybe could have made that adjustment.
You know, I think this is where you're finding they're missing Santonio Holmes, you know, a guy that can stretch the field down there. And, you know, they need to me, the matchup they ought to look at is with Cumberland. While you see him coming down here outside, maybe this is a guy you go to, but third down, I'd be a little careful here.
Holmes out with a hamstring. Again, no catches by the Jets wide receivers. 3rd and 4. And there's a first down grab out to the 44. It's Curley with the grab for 10. And timeout called by New York. And the Jets have just used their last timeout of the half.
Pretty unique formation the Jets put out there that time. Troy Polamalu went for the big hit at the line of scrimmage, missed it, and that's why Curley is wide open. Watch as he goes for the hit. Gets knocked down. Nobody there to cover Jeremy Curley, and Geno Smith, good job of finding him. Boy, Troy Polamalu, as you watch him so far this year, what a difference. Healthy, flying around, making plays.
He is.
We didn't see that last year. You have some great stories about Troy. We'll maybe get a chance to hear how he changed your mind about coaching defense.
Talking to Dick LaBelle last night. Troy said comes in every week. He's got about 5 or 6 different ideas. Dick says, why don't we just stick to one?
Well, when you're in the league a long time, you think you got the answers.
There you go. All the linemen standing up. Some of the different looks again that Dick's going to present to the rookie.
Smith goes sideline, and that's Gates.
Very nice throw by the young man.
Yeah, and out of bounds at the 48. Pushed out by Gay with 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of that route's lost in the NFL. The out cuts, it's timing. Very few teams are willing to do it because they don't trust the quarterback receiver situation.
You know, 15 seconds to go. Used to practice this. If the ball's in bounds right now, you have the field goal team ready to go on the sideline because you got to be able, if Chris can get a first down, you can just clock it. Needs about 15 yards for field goal range.
Of the 49, goes to the other side this time, and it's Gates again. And if he was to try a field goal, you still got another snap here to go, but that would be about a 59 or 60-yard try for Nick Folk.
It's the formation. As you look at it, the 3 receivers kind of together makes defensive backs back off because they don't want to get picked or get in trouble, so that allows Gates to be wide open.
Yes, and Geno's got to look to the sideline. You don't want to complete a pass inside the numbers right now because you're not going to be able to get the play off.
Steelers call timeout with the 11 seconds on the clock. Get inside the mind of a quarterback as you can join Phil, Rich Gannon, Steve Berline, and Adam Shine on NFL Monday QB. That's tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
They changed. The Steelers called timeout because they got to change their defense. Now you protect the sideline. 11 seconds. It's pretty obvious. If they throw anything inside and you tackle them before they get to the end zone, the half will be over. Nothing else. I'll tell you what this will do, guys. It will give your quarterback and the coaching staff a little confidence in these throws to get the ball moving like this.
That's a very good point.
Brett Kiesel was not out there. He limped off the field a couple of plays ago and went to the locker room.
Yeah, they're bumping now. They're going to take away those quick throws.
There's the pass to a wide open Hill. Polamalu pounds him. Oh, had to hurt, but what a catch, and he held on to it. Stephen Hill puts him in field goal range at the 21.
What a throw by Geno Smith.
It was. They were bumping up top. Look at the top of your screen.
It's a trap defense right here. Right.
Good point.
Great read right there by Geno Smith.
They thought the young quarterback would go for the quick throw.
A 20-yard gain, and Hill.
I think they're looking right now to see if he maintained possession of the ball.
Oh, he sure did.
Yeah, I don't know what they're looking at here.
Well, did he get a body part or 2 feet down? One foot did get down.
I think the left hand did also. I think
the side of it, if it's his hand, that will not count. Your hand, the bottom of your feet, it's got to be a body part.
Left foot definitely in.
Oh, that looks like that left forearm could have been in bounds before he went out. Wow, what a hit.
There is the left foot. And there's the left hand.
Side of his arm,
Both
the
ends,
wrist.
yes.
That would be, to me, that would be a catch.
That's a catch.
Stephen Hill's going, I hope it's a catch to take that kind of punishment. That was...
If it holds up, it'll be the Jets' first 20-yard play of the day.
I'll tell you, I give a lot of credit right here to Marty Mornhinweg and Rex because they've given this kid, and they did not sit on that ball at the end of the half.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
And Nick Folk is already trotting out onto the field. Tremendous effort by Hill to hold on to it. A clean hit, but a very vicious hit it was.
And you know, you watch Geno Smith in Atlanta on Monday night at the end of the game look almost comfortable in the hurry up, no huddle offense. And offense at this today, they've done nothing. They open this up, and all of a sudden you see him now starting to feel comfortable again.
So it'll be a 39-yard field goal attempt. And this kick is also good. Our 5th field goal of the half.
Oh, that's a big drive by the New York Jets. We talked about it, the throws, the confidence, the coach. They tested the water with the draw, a little short pass, and it got them a little confidence, and they took advantage of it. Troy Polamalu trying to come over the top.
Ferguson trying to hold off
he gets
a couple of Steelers, both Timmons and Taylor. And with 2 seconds to go, the Jets will be kicking off, taking it 7 plays, 51 yards to get points.
I'll tell you what,
right
I give a lot of
half.
credit right there to Rex Ryan. He let the young kid open it up with Marty. And I'll tell you, he produced, and just like he did last week in Atlanta. It gives him a lot of confidence, like you said, Phil, going into halftime. They're down by 3, but I'll tell you, they feel like they got a little bit something going now for the first time with their offense.
And they get the ball back to start the second half.
Jets deferring to the third quarter. It was Gates who had 2 big sideline catches to help the Jets get in position.
I'll tell you, going into halftime, I always said the most important series of the game is the first series in the third quarter on both sides of the ball. And that may be true in a game like this. The Jets will get it, start the second half.
And Michael Palmer is tackled down to end the first half. With the score, Pittsburgh 9 and the New York Jets 6. We'll be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. 9-6, Pittsburgh over the Jets. A ceremony here at the intermission honoring Marty Lyons, becoming the 13th member of the Jets Ring of Honor. Was one of the charter members of the New York Sack Exchange. Congratulations to Marty Lyons. Diet Pepsi encourages fans to bid on pink gear to benefit the NFL's Crucial Catch campaign. Show you're a fan enough by visiting NFL.com/auction to bid for pink. We'll be seeing the Jets receiving the second half kickoff after deferring at the start. And what are you guys expecting here for the second stanza?
Well, I'll say this. I mean, I know Geno Smith looked most comfortable in that first half in that last drive. So I wouldn't try to handcuff him too much. And I know you want to run the ball a little bit, but let the kid throw it.
Yeah, it was a good drive by him. You know, I look at the game in the first half. I thought both offensive coordinators orchestrated exactly what they wanted to do in this game. Be careful, no turnovers. And then when the opportunity is there, both teams have had the opportunity to make the big play. You got to take advantage of it.
So this is actually going to be the Steelers' first second half lead of the season. As Sweesom gets ready to kick it off. Gates is back deep. This one drives it 8 deep. Gates says, you know what, I'll bring it out anyway. And the speedster from Abilene Christian is finally tripped up at the 26 by Sweesom. 33-yard run back. First half numbers. You see Roethlisberger and Smith. By the way, the Jets held Pittsburgh to only 12 yards rushing and 1.3 yards per carry. That's all.
That was a stat that Mike Tomlin talked about being the one he was going to look at the end of the game, was the yards per carry.
Geno Smith put together a nice little field goal drive to close out the first half. In the hurry up, now takes the snap from under center and almost picked off. That's William Gay as the Steelers continue to look for that first takeaway of the entire season.
That was definitely a case right there. They were not on the same page. Geno was thinking he was running a hitch, and Curley just kept on going.
Well, you know, I love that when they're not on the same page. Somebody made a huge mistake, and I'm going to say it's the wide receiver Curley, because on the other side, Stephen Hill ran a quick route.
I would expect the quarterback to say that.
That was Tomlin's reaction.
You heard that a few times, right, Dale? It's not my fault.
It wasn't me.
Second and 10. Over Gates. And pummeled at the 30. Gain of 4. Timmons on the tackle. The last time the Steelers actually came away with a takeaway was back December 30th against Cleveland. Josh Johnson was sacked, fumbled, and Ziggy Hood recovered.
You know, you talk about these wide receiver screens. There's Dick LeBeau, and I hear the same thing. Slow it down on the outside. The people from the inside, that time's Timmons, they've got to come out there and make the tackle.
Mentioned at the end of the first half, Kiesel had limped off the field. He's not out here to start the second half. Third down play, and it's incomplete.
This is what watch Troy Polamalu on this delayed blitz.
They've been faking that inside blitz all day.
Watch Troy. He's going to act like he's going to wait a second, and boom, he's going to come right now. And he throws it before Geno has to throw before he wants to.
Lucky to get away with no turnover there.
3 and out for the Jets. And Quigley out to punt. It's going to go against the Jets.
False start, offense number 88. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Ball on Ruland.
We always talked about the first series and the second half. I said at the end of half, I always thought that was maybe the most important series on both sides of the ball of the game because it reestablishes a tempo and it establishes field position.
The punt's got some hang time to it. It travels 51 yards, and Brown gets past a couple of tacklers and finally dropped at the 36, a 12-yard run back. Brought down by Nick Bellore. Roethlisberger and the Steelers. First possession of the second half coming up. This is what Pittsburgh did with the football in the first half. Field goal drives the last 3 times it had it.
Remember, Antonio Brown drop touchdown is in there as well.
First down from the 35. And that's Bell. His best run of the day, goes for 7.
You know, when I watched the game again over in London and when they played Minnesota, I said, wow, I didn't give Le'Veon Bell enough credit. He made people miss. He ran with power. He blocked really well for Ben Roethlisberger in some of the blitzing situations. And
Le'Veon
Bill, you heard it. They're excited about it.
And Le'Veon Bell's favorite team growing up?
The Jets.
The New York Jets.
Love the Jets.
How about that?
His dad was a Cincinnati fan. The rest of the family loved the Steelers.
Yes.
He liked to be different. 2nd and 3. And here he is. He's about 2 yards short of the first. You know, getting the running game going in Pittsburgh, declining numbers over the last 4 seasons, and coming into this one averaging only 58 yards a game. That's it.
You know, I hear it so much. They got to get back to Steeler football. I'm going to tell you that's done. That you don't just all of a sudden say, we're going to start running the ball. It's an extremely slow process. And, Bill, you coached it.
The only thing the running game does do, Phil, it helps an offensive line who are not built for protection.
Right.
Because it helps, it keeps the defense honest.
It's about run attempts for the Steelers.
3rd and 2. Play action, and down the field to a wide open Sanders. Here's the action, and a touchdown as he somersaults in for the game's first touchdown.
When you get yourself in 3rd and short situations, it opens up a lot of options for the offense.
This is the most celebration I've ever seen a Pittsburgh offense have when a play is over. The formation really got it done for them. Sanders in tight, and it made Antonio Cromartie stay outside, and that quick move inside, the great speed, gets him wide open.
We talked about him not practicing all week. Cromartie was actually questionable coming into the game, and I tell you, the Steelers were going right after him all day long.
It's a 10-point lead. Sanders' last touchdown came in this stadium. It's been a while.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Acura. Meet the extremely new 2014 MDX at Acura.com/MDX.
The traveling exhibit of the Hall of Fame over in Jersey City, New Jersey at the Liberty Science Center. Exhibition runs through the 1st of March as Sanders helps the Steelers score now on 4 consecutive drives, and Roethlisberger an 18th consecutive game with at least 1 touchdown pass.
Sanders, Antonio Brown, that's a pretty good 1-2 combination at wide receiver.
Antonio Cromartie, now that last touchdown, he was being asked to cover him all over the field with no safety help, and that's a tough chore to ask for. You see him talking right there.
This will be returned. Outside of the end zone at the 1, it's Gates. And it takes 3 Steelers to bring him down at the 23-yard run back. How did he get so wide open on 3rd and 2?
It's a situation, this formation, and Bill, you said it right. Antonio Cromartie's got to stay outside, and he gets inside. Look back here. Nobody's deep, and here we go. What a move right there. That little fake, and then cuts inside full speed.
And we've watched Rex Ryan the last couple of weeks take plenty of chances, put nobody in the middle of the field. That's one time it came back to bite him.
That's right. They will do that. They put their corners in tough spots a few times a game.
First down, Smith still has it. And the football came out of his hands for a moment, but he recovers. And it goes down as a 1-yard gain.
Antonio Cromartie, that is middle of the field, no help. And really, Bill, that bunch formation makes defenders, it puts them in a tough spot. He had to give more room. That's probably the only answer for him. Back off more.
He was expecting safety help, but the play action held the safety.
2nd and 9. Play action, and Smith's pass open is Cumberland. And he's got it over to the Pittsburgh side of the field at the 46. Tackled by Ryan Clark in a gain of 29.
Well, it's a really simple play. They're playing the run, and you're going to see Cumberland go down the field here. The wide receiver come inside. Nice play action fake. Look at the blitz. When you blitz that extra guy and you play a zone behind it, there are going to be some wide open spaces. That was the perfect play call for the New York Jets.
And Pittsburgh is playing without Brett Kiesel. Not in the first half. He's out.
You're saying a rib injury for Kiesel, questionable to return. First down carry, Ivory. And Ivory running wild to the 40. Goes for 6. As we mentioned at the end of the first half, the Jets without Kellen Winslow for the next 4 games. But Cumberland stepped up big time down in Atlanta, and again showing
make no doubt about
big
it.
upside.
Cumberland's the man at tight end. There's no doubt. And they are ecstatic. You heard Rex Ryan talk about him many times this week. Good blocker, gets down the field with ease.
Talk about takeaways for Pittsburgh. For now, they finally are playing on a play with a lead. And,
2nd and 4.
Something they won't be able to do much this year.
Gates does indeed, as he signals, have the first down with a 6-yard grab. Here with Bill Sims and Coach Cowher.
Well, Coach, it was 50-50 if you were going to stay for the second half. We figured we could somehow wear you out, and you go, I've had enough of this.
I'll tell you, this is awesome up here.
Ivory's the running back. First down, Jets, 34-yard line. And he's ridden down from behind by Vince Williams, but picks up 5. He's running hard his last 2 carries for Ivory. Hey, NFL fans, you can share your story about why you love NFL football. Go to NFL.com/together we make football for official rules and a chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 48.
I'll tell you, Chris Ivory runs with an attitude. He ran right over Lawrence Timmons on that last run.
2nd and 5. Earns another carry. There's butting heads with Timmons again.
Who won that battle?
Okay.
Okay.
Lawrence Timmons says, not this time, big man.
Oh, my gosh.
Holds him to 2.
Yeah.
When you see running backs, what a hit by Lawrence Timmons, a big inside linebacker. But running backs, when they're sharing reps, you got 3 guys that can have carries for the Jets. You get in there. That extra yard, that keeps you in the lineup for another play. So that's why Chris Ivory, they run so hard.
We saw the top of the crown. That is not called inside the pocket, so that's why it is not a foul.
3rd down for the Jets. 3rd and 3, and diving for the first down is Powell. Allow Powell for 4, running behind the former Steeler Willie Colon to pick up that first.
And they talked about Willie Colon giving them a little bit of an attitude. Willie Colon, the ex-Steeler, like you talked about. Bilal Powell, I'll tell you, Rex Ryan loves this kid.
Well, he likes Willie Colon, too. That was one of their first priorities. Go get him. Bill, you know, he's a tone setter. You know, he's got a toughness that's starting to rub off. And not that they weren't tough before, but his attitude rubs across onto all the other offensive linemen.
Jets putting together a nice drive, trying to respond to the Steeler touchdown. First down. Smith with time. Going down the field, and he's intercepted, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have that long-awaited takeaway with Ryan Clark.
Well,
first of the season. Right at the goal line, Clark with the pick. They were going for Rulon, the Jets were. Well, it took 290 plays against that Pittsburgh defense before that defense produces a takeaway on this season. Felix Jones, the running back, and the Jets are on him for no gain. Maybe a loss of 1.
Well, Jim, the interception. The Jets love this. 2 tight ends. They send 1 tight end out here. He's going to go up the field. Cumberland down the middle. Watch Ryan Clark. He really plays right in the middle. He's got the tight end deep down the field. He reads the quarterback. He breaks on the football, and it's a nice interception.
And you know, Phil, for a young quarterback, in a quarterback, sometimes you don't have the right play. Throw it away. It was 1st and 10. Give yourself a chance for 2nd down. That's something he'll learn going forward.
Hey, alert!
2nd and 11, and Jones, this time he's got running room, and he's near a 1st down. In fact, they'll give him the mark for the 1st. We've got an update over to JB and Dan in New York.
Reggie Bush in space. Oh, yeah, Matthew Stafford. Look at this little screenplay here to Reggie Bush right up the middle of the field. You get the ball to him in space. 18 yards touchdown for the Detroit Lions. 17-14 Cleveland. Is that the kind of play that Bill Cowher would call? No, I would. Back to Jim Nantz.
Thank you. They take shots at you when you leave.
You know what?
That's right.
I probably called it there with audible to him.
1st down run. Jones, after picking up 12 on the previous carry, this time has a yard, maybe 2.
Felix Jones, really, I think he fits into this offense well. Now you got Le'Veon Bell, so he can do it all. And Felix Jones is what we saw in that big run. He can bounce it outside, still has enough speed to get those yards, and really got this Steelers offense out of a hole.
He did.
2nd and 8 for the Steelers. Through the last 4 times they've had it, field goal, touchdown. That ball is deflected and almost intercepted, by Demario Davis. It was tipped by Calvin Pace.
Marcus Gilbert got walked back into this right here, and he got his hands up right here. Soft gets his hands up. This is a very big down for the New York Jets. For them to get back into this game right now, they need to have a stop. This game could get away from them if Pittsburgh's able to convert this 3rd down and take over.
That was only the 2nd incompletion for Roethlisberger over the last 2 quarters.
My sense with Rex, when in doubt, blitz.
Good point.
Here they come.
3rd and 8. One-on-one coverage. Sanders trying to stretch it out, and it's incomplete. Cromartie was tight with him that time.
Yeah, if you're a defensive back, Bill, you said it right. Here comes the blitzes from the outside, but you got to know you're in bump and run coverage. About the only thing the offense can do is throw these long passes down the field against bump and run coverage. I think it makes it easy sometimes for the defensive back, and Cromartie on the coverage that time. Kept 1 extra guy back there to help him out in the center of the field.
Mesko, one of 7 left-footed putters in the league now.
You know, it's like a 3-4 defense, Jim. Everybody's got left-footed punters. It used to be like an anomaly before. Now everybody's got them.
That is a 48-yard punt. And the Jets will take over at the 25 after making the stop that trip.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx. Request when and where your packages are delivered with FedEx Delivery Manager. And by oneandone.com. Pre-reserve now from over 700 new domains with oneandone.com.
Back with the Steelers leading 16-6. Aerial coverage provided by MetLife. You were emphatic about that, Coach. That was a key stop right there for the Jets defense.
Key stop, and the big thing for me right now, Phil, is I would put the ball in Geno's hands. Let him throw it. You know, you got to have some confidence with him. I'm sure it's a ball he would love to have back that last time, but let him come out throwing on a 1st down.
Yeah, that, and you know, the Steelers were on the sideline, and Dick LeBeau goes, guys, we got to lead. So we've been begging for this all season. We got a situation that fits our defense. Can the Steelers take advantage of it?
And play action, first down, screen, and right there in on him is Vince Williams making the immediate hit on Powell.
Second big play that Vince Williams has made. We saw him make the big play on the reverse right here. He reads it, diagnoses it, and he closes in a hurry.
Yeah, you know, he's a young guy, rookie.
Yes.
You react at first, now he's attacking. He knows what's going on out there finally.
You know, it's rare to see rookies start on that defense, but they got two at linebacker, both Jones and Williams.
Yes.
Usually that system, you pay your time.
You pay your time, it takes you a while to learn it.
Smith is tackled back at the 21 and a loss as Cortez Allen comes up.
Well, let me just say it again here, Bill Cowher. I've talked about this play is dead in the NFL. You can catch them by surprise, but since they did it the opening play, 3 times they've run it, and they've been sitting there waiting for the quarterback to come out there. If the colleges can stop it, the pros can stop it.
Third down and 14. They give Smith the time to throw, and it's too high, going for Hill.
And one thing I do like, when I've seen all the Jet games, of course, but in situations like that, 3rd and 14, Marty Morningwig's looking to pick it up.
Yeah.
So it was not open, but he at least had the thought in his quarterback's head and the receivers.
Ryan Quigley standing back at the 6. Fourth different punter for the Jets the last 4 seasons. 37-yard run back by Brown. 5-yard run back. We got a flag down, as Davis was the tackler.
During the turn, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 31. 10-yard penalty, first down,
on
timeout.
Curtis Brown. So the Steelers will be backed up inside the 20. Saturday, the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings you a doubleheader. Georgia and Vanderbilt, and then Auburn and Texas A&M next Saturday on CBS. From the 21, actually, it's Bell, and he plows ahead for 3.
It's been a good day for Ben Roethlisberger in really every aspect that you want. Throwing the football, hitting the guys when they're open. But Bill, I think and Jim, we heard Mike Tomlin talk about it in London, keeping his hands on the ball, being more secure, and fundamentally just being sounder has helped him greatly here.
Now, clearly in this situation, turnover is the one thing you want to avoid. I mean, if you have control of this game, and the biggest thing right now is to make sure you don't beat yourself.
No giveaways by the Steelers so far. Play action on 2nd and 7. And Roethlisberger looking for help. And that's out of bounds in the direction of Will Johnson. Let's go back to the studio update time. JB and Dan.
Matt Schaub went down to injury, and TJ Yates, he throws an interception to Alec Ogletree. It goes 98 yards for a touchdown. 5th straight week, a Texans quarterback has thrown a pick 6. Trouble in Texas, 38-6.
Big time. Rams are rolling. Back to Jim Nance.
All right, guys, so Schaub's hurt. The fan base down there has been calling for Yates, and he throws a pick 6. 3rd down here, 3rd and 7. Down to Brown, out to the 38-yard line, as that time Roethlisberger had a little extra zip on that throw.
He had the protection right there, and right now they cannot match up with these receivers. You can see the pocket's very clear, the windows are clear. Big 3rd down completion.
Well, you got Antonio Brown against Isaiah Trufant in a slot position. That is really tough to cover there. And Ben Roethlisberger, very comfortable, no doubt, looks it.
8th catch of the game for Brown, who's had 21 catches the 2 previous games total.
30. Blue 30 seconds.
And again, he faked to Bell. They're going long for Brown with a flag down. Cromartie might be flagged here. It's going to go against the Jets.
Pass interference. Defense number 31. Automatic first down.
I'm telling you, with Antonio Cromartie, he goes for that shoulder. Let's watch him again. The first half he got away with it, but again, you're going to see him grab the back of the shoulder pad. It's a natural thing for him, and it gets called this time. It's very subtle. You don't see it, but it's there.
You know, he's getting beat to the inside. If you're going to bump him, make him go outside so at least you can squeeze him on the sideline. That's the difference I've seen so far today with Antonio Cromartie.
And it spots the ball at the 37. It's a 25-yard gain by penalty. Derek Moy is in as a receiver for the Steelers, who goes shotgun over to Bell. And the Jets converge on him, hold him to 3.
That's an automatic. You leave Ben Roethlisberger back there by himself, spread it out. They're looking quick screen, trying to get a... That's another way of having a running play, of course.
It is. Just getting the ball in the hands of a playmaker. I could see Pittsburgh right now come out, maybe with a run right here, get into a 3rd and medium situation. Again, then you have the Jets back on their heels.
2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7. Wheeler's open at the 30. Wide open at the 20. To the 15 and dragged down at the 12.
Nice call.
Double tight end to the right side of the quarterback. I was watching the rush, but I wonder if he delayed and it frees him up. Well, they just cross over.
It just comes underneath him, Phil. It
comes underneath. Yep. Nobody there in the man coverage. Another mistake by the Jets defense.
This goes for 22.
Well, you know what that was, Bill? Instead of putting 3 receivers in a little group, they did it with 2 tight ends and a running back behind, and the Jets made the mistake. Who has who?
Miller's 5th catch of the game. David Paulson has come in for the Steelers. Wide receiver screen. Antonio Brown. He was trying to shove Miller up and into a Jet player. No gain.
I'm so jealous of these quarterbacks. I could complete those screens.
Completion
I say it all the time.
Percentage.
Oh, man. I'd hit at least 50-60% of them.
Gotta let it go, Phil. You gotta let it
really.
go.
Come on. All these screens. You know, last week they ran the sweep with the wide receiver in motion where you hand it off to him, Bill. He dropped the ball and they caught it for a completion.
2nd and 10 here. Final 30 seconds of the quarter.
Yes, I am, Bill.
Rolling out, now throwing to Will Johnson, who slips for no gain. He'll probably close out quarter number 3. And the only scoring in the quarter was the touchdown heave from Roethlisberger to Sanders. The game's only touchdown, in fact, to this point.
A quarter totally dominated by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the big play was not just a touchdown, but that we had the interception by Geno Smith.
16-6 after 3. Back after this message and a word from the local station. Getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter, Jim Nance, Phil Simms, and again our special guest, Bill Cowher. The Steelers are driving. They're at the Jets' 12-yard line as we begin this final quarter. 3rd and 10.
Stacking receivers to make sure they get free releases so they can get down there and get 10 yards.
Roethlisberger looks for a second option. Now takes off with it inside the 5 and near the first down.
The Jets put everybody into coverage. They have an extra guy for all the wide receivers, and this is a good job. He knew the situation, and he goes for the extra yards. Going to be close, and if he doesn't get it, I say they go for it.
As Isaiah Trufant hit him.
No, if they don't get a Phil, you kick the field goal.
2 scores. Sometimes you gotta Be aggressive in those decisions,
Kick
Coach.
the field goal.
The book, you know,
It
the book
makes it
says.
listen, don't look at the book.
No, my book.
Well, the book, the 2-point book, or any other book, when you sit there and look at a 10-point lead, one score puts it within a field goal. You kick a field goal here, you make them score 2 touchdowns. It's irrelevant because it's a first down.
Yep. First and goal to go.
I got, you got all riled up there a little because
You just mentioned the book.
I knew. Well, everything, and I knew he was going to. Oh, the book. Don't get me going about the book.
What's the book say on first and goal from the 2?
Score.
Well, the book says right here, if I'm going to go with the big tight end, which I had the package in there, well, I still got Antonio Brown in there. If there's ever a time to throw it, I'd throw it right here.
Yeah, he's got 3 tight ends in the game. Palmer, Paulson, and Miller. And now a timeout called by the Jets.
Late substitution caught the Jets defense by surprise. Rex Ryan is right. He is yelling at McCauley, the referee. When they substitute, you must allow the defense time to substitute too.
And he's upset because it cost his team a timeout.
No, I think they're going with it.
So he won that argument.
He won the argument. See the Steelers, here comes the tight ends, late. And then the Jets come flying out there, 3 different guys trying to change their defense.
They're doing it again.
They're changing again. They had Stillman put the timeout back on the board here in the stadium. First and goal from the 2. Bell is the running back, gets the handle, and gets tossed down by Harrison. A loss of 2.
What a find for the Jets. Damon Harrison, 6'4", 350, has been outstanding, stopping the run inside.
That's the first time we've heard his name all game, though.
Well, they haven't ran it up the middle too often either, yeah.
Here's the same formation we saw last time. 3 tight ends in the game. They called the timeout.
Second and goal. And Roethlisberger throws it with a player draped on him, and a flag is down. It's thrown right at the feet of Beachum.
Interesting call. What would you do, Coach? Would you send them back, or you let it go 3rd down here?
Holding, offense number 68.
I'm going to send them
10-yard
back.
penalty, 2nd down.
It's the 3rd penalty on Beachum in this game.
It's a 10-yard penalty. I'm sending them back.
Sends it back to the 15 as the Jets accept the penalty.
Anytime a defensive player falls when they're going on the pass rush, it's tough. And as an official, you think it has to be holding, but that was a tough call against Beachum.
Second and goal.
Look for Le'Veon Bell right here. He's got him matched up. Right there on the linebacker.
There he is, Coach. And he's tackled right away by Demario Davis at the 7. Pickup of 7.
They talked Le'Veon Bell. He got up. He looks like he's holding his foot a little bit. Remember, he had the plantar, or was it the
Liz
Frank early in the season.
He was excited when he met with us last night that he felt like the 2 weeks since the London game that foot had gotten to finally 100%. He was gimpy.
Boy, his left ankle got caught under him that time.
And Roethlisberger is waiting for the play clock to get to 1 and calls a timeout.
Charge timeout, Pittsburgh.
Ooh, and it was the right foot he had injured in camp. There's our quarterback comparison, but a huge snap coming up, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, you know, Jim, I think you spread the field. You make the Jets play coverage. That way Ben Roethlisberger can move around if he needs to. They don't do that.
Jonathan Dwyer is the running back.
They're going to motion Antonio Brown over.
They toss it to Brown, who now reverses field Shakes off a tackle, looking to throw, and he's bumped out of bounds by David Harris. Went for the trick play, trying to get Brown to throw it for the second time in this game.
I like the call. You know what? You give the ball, you've already run it one time. Boom, you come back here, you got a chance to run it a second time. And the best thing I like about this play, Antonio Brown right here, don't do anything foolish. Go out of bounds. The clock is going to run. You kick the field goal, and now you're up by 13 points.
Well, it's a 32-yard field goal attempt. Sweezum 3 for 3 on the day, 9 for 9 on the season, and now a perfect 10 out of 10 on the year.
Sound like you had a little inside information there. You called it before they ran it.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon. Verizon's 4G LTE is in more places than any other 4G network. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And by Kelley Blue Book. Everything you need to make a smart new car decision is at KBB.com.
Heading off to the seas, Bon Voyage. Just a short distance away here from MetLife Stadium, where the Steelers lead at 19-6. That was a 12-play drive, resulting in Sweezum's 4th field goal of the day. And Sweezum sends it to Goodson, 8 yards deep, and a kneel down. Now there's Coach Tomlin, awful proud of his wife Kia, and the efforts made by everybody at the Steelers annual fashion show this week. Greta and Art Rooney, along with Kia and Mike Tomlin, serving as event chairs. Antonio Brown and Lawrence Timmons were named honorary co-captains of the event that raised a lot of good money for UPMC Concussion Center and the Cancer Caring Center. It's an annual tradition.
It is, and our kids were actually in that event as well as Mike and Kia's kids were as well. It's a great event for a great cause.
First down for the Jets. Down 2 scores. Smith to Hill. Nice move, and that move frees him enough for the first down in the gain of 13.
Got to think a little bit about the hurry-up right here, don't you, Phil? I mean, they're going into it right now.
Yeah, you look at these NFL games, the Steeler offense is moving the football, so you got to look at it and say, we might only have the football twice, so you have to be aggressive in your play calling.
Give it to Goodson. And he's got 3. Goodson came in for the first time this season after being suspended the first 4 weeks of the season, and had 3 carries for 32 yards against Atlanta, and also had a nice catch. Was a big part as Marty Morningwig really mixed it up with the play calling brilliantly on that win down in Atlanta Monday night.
There's no question. I mean, with Whitson and Blau Powell, I mean, they have got a good plethora of running backs.
2nd and 7. Powell now flanks the quarterback. He zips it sideline to Gates, and another first.
Beautiful throw, good protection. Gates in front of William Gay. What does Dick LeBeau say? There's 3 things we don't want to do today on the defensive side. We don't want to get beat deep. We don't want to get beat deep. He says it the 3rd time, of course, too.
That one went for 11.
Especially when you got a lead, you got to play careful on the corners.
Short drop. Out of the gun, they just quickly try to send it back to Gates, who is shaken up.
Ball hit his hand.
Might have dislocated a finger.
There was some zip on that ball.
There was. You know, he can, as you like to say, Phil, he can really spin it.
Yeah, that's right. When you spin it, it doesn't matter how hard you throw it, they can catch it. Oh, he stuck that one hand out there, you're right. Timing did not look great on that throw. Yeah, I think you were right, Bill. I think, too, Geno Smith's been very decisive, throwing the football with confidence.
You're almost going to have to start thinking about, at this point, is you start thinking about on the 4th and 5 or less, going for it.
That's a good point.
Because it does affect your play calling right now. I mean, you're in your play calling right now. I mean, you still have a lot of time in this.
If they threw 2 incompletions here real quick, Bill, I think they'd still punt it away, thinking they could still get the football back 2 more times.
David Nelson comes in for Gates, who's out. And Smith down the field to Curley, and incomplete. He was wanting a flag against Cortez Allen, but doesn't get it.
Excellent pickup, though, first off, by the Jets offensive line. We have the inside blitz. It's their favorite one. I thought this would really give the Jets a lot of problems. Well, nice job picking it up.
Good pickup.
That's good coverage. Very good coverage by Cortez Allen down the field.
The cutoff to me, if you get it to less than 5 yards, I think you have to think about a 4th down. Obviously, 4th and 10, you were going to punt the ball.
Well, 3rd and 10 it is from the 47. In the middle of the field, and that was behind Conrad Rulin.
Troy Polamalu, not his strength really covering people down the field, but he was all over Rulin. And Troy, he's had an outstanding day. Tackling, the blitz, and that time in coverage. Gets out of there. Boy, how hard is this, Bill? Sees him, turns, looks for the football, nowhere to throw it.
You know, Troy Polamalu, he allows you to do a lot of things because he has a great understanding of the game.
Quigley would like to pin him. Nobody back deep. He flies it into the end zone. So only a net of 33. Pittsburgh ball at the 20, up 19-6. Well, here's a look at the AFC North standings coming into the day. When we met with Coach Tomlin last night, he talked about the State of the Union address he made to his team before they went away on their bye, had a break for about 5 days. He gave them the big talk about how the season is not lost, it's not over.
You know, the biggest thing is they've only had 1 division game, so they are still in the middle of this, and there is a lot of football left.
Wide receiver screen. Sanders still not down. That second effort picks up a couple of yards, but the ball's out. Hold on a minute here. He lost the handle, fighting for extra yardage. Jets trying to get their first takeaway of the day. And it stays with Pittsburgh. Sanders recovered his own fumble.
You think you got the safe play called, which it is. You screen to the outside.
That ball was out. It was loose before his knee went down. But they came up with it anyway.
That's right. They came up with it. You know, to go back that, even Mike Tomlin said it, look, we can go 12-4. The best anybody in our division can do is 14-2. It just cleared it up, and I went, wow. It had to make the players feel better just to hear that little speech.
Roethlisberger's hit his last 7 throws. Of course, Rodham have been little gimmies. He's got 2nd and 8, and now he's going to take off, and he'll take the 2 yards and give it up. Roethlisberger's thrown for 258 yards, a touchdown.
Well, I'm going to tell you, as this game's going on, he took some hits early in this game, but from that second quarter on, it's been clean. He's has some windows he can step in. You can see the play action is taking his effect. And right here, you can see, even this last play, he was able to move up into the pocket, and he's got some clean windows. I got a lot of credit to that offensive line, particularly in the middle of that pocket. They protected him very well.
That's the story.
Move inside of 9 minutes. That Jets defense needs to make a big stop here. 3rd and 7. Timeout called by Ben.
I think so far, Bill, as we just saw those highlights, that is the story of the game. The Steeler offensive line, so much pressure on them. New left tackle, they've given him a chance.
The Steelers, by the way, next week will be hosting Baltimore, then trips to Oakland and New England.
And then at home, Buffalo and Detroit. I mean, again, you look at this, a chance to play Baltimore next week. And listen, they dug themselves a hole, but they're going to have a chance to put themselves back into it.
Again, as Tomlin told his team, hey, we're only 2 down in the loss column.
Yeah, and let me just say this. Everyone talks about, Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin 0-4. But listen, you stay in this league long enough, you're going to go through stretches like this. And I saw Mike last night, and he had a good pulse for this team. He's a good football coach. He understands his team, and more importantly, his players respond to him.
3rd and 7. Miller hammered at the 29 by Antonio Allen. And the Jets force the punt.
You know, Phil, that's one of those plays right there. I have to say it, Heath Miller, he's got to take that up to the first down marker before he makes that break.
Good point. And David Harris, how about that? Linebacker on the coverage. Antonio Allen, the safety, big hitter. Rex Ryan talked about it. That hit maybe stopped the first down.
Jeremy Curley hopes to have a chance to return the Mesco punt. 52-yard punt it is. Curley with an 11-yard run back, brought down by Palmer at the 30. Pittsburgh's defense has shut out the Jets in the second half, but here comes Geno and company, still in it, 19-6.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway. Try the Tuscan Chicken Melt $6 footlong special today. And by Toyota Care. Scheduled maintenance, no cost.
The Museum of Natural History on the Upper West Side, founded in 1869. Jets, 80 total yards of offense this half, and one giveaway. That's a completion to Cumberland. Picks up 11. This is what they've done with the football on 4 second half possessions.
And you see the big interception was a big play in this game as they were driving. That was deep into the red zone as they were going in to score.
Oh! Go block Rhino! Rhino!
Hill. And that was not an accurate pass that time. Well, this week, don't miss the show that's in a league by itself. The chemistry of JB, Phil, and Chris Collinsworth, and the artistry of NFL films. Inside the NFL, Wednesday at 9, only on Showtime. You've been a guest on that one too, Bill.
It is a great show. These guys are in there, they act like they know it all.
We do.
And they have all the answers, but it's kind of a fun show.
Flag is down. Smith saw the flag and just went ahead and threw it into the ground. Holding call against the Jets it is.
Holding, offense number 66. 10-yard penalty, second down.
On Willie Colon. Of course, the AFC East standings, this is how it began the day, with New England at 4-1, playing New Orleans later this afternoon. Jets and Dolphins at 3-2. Buffalo down 7, 2-3. Cincinnati on top up there in Buffalo at the moment. Up in Buffalo. And Miami on a bye this week. 2nd and 20 with 7:18 to go. And that was thrown in the direction of Curley. Cameron Hayward was putting pressure on Smith.
Well, they're trying to call safe plays, trying to find a way, what I call, drive starters, coach them up plays, screens, where you don't put the pressure on the quarterback or the offensive line. As I watch this game today, if the Jets win or lose, I'll be surprised next week if they don't come out and be more aggressive on the offensive side right from the start.
Now 3rd down and 20. And it should have been intercepted for the second time. Ryan Clark.
And why I said that, just to finish the thought, because Geno Smith has proven that they can maybe make some plays. You got to trust him a little more. Had to wait, trying to pick up the first down.
You get into a situation like this is when you miss a Santonio Holmes. You just don't have the playmakers on the outside and the people to get open for Geno. His most consistent weapon right now has been Cumberland.
Quigley. And this will be marked at the 30. Just a 38-yard punt.
Troy Polamalu, what a special player he is. He can do so much with him, Dick does. He puts him inside, he can cover. He's a very disruptive guy, and we talked about it before. Geno Smith said he's the one guy that you have time for is him. You see him back there playing half the field. You see him up there making tackles. He is a complete safety, and he's having a very, very good year.
Real quick, he's out on the defensive side, maybe after this play. He's doing something. You're yelling and screaming at him because he's not doing what you think he's supposed to do. He was even freelancing back with you.
That's Bell.
Le'Veon Bell, nice north and south. We're talking about Troy Polamalu. He was up in the box. We were playing a defense against Cincinnati, and I was trying to yell at him to get back and play half the field because he's supposed to be playing a cover 2. He's waving me and saying, "Shut up, coach, I got it, I got it." The ball snapped, he runs to the flat, and I said to him, "Troy, you're supposed to be at half the field." He said, "Coach, I told the corner to go to half the field. I took the flat. That way the quarterback couldn't read me. He thought there was 8 in the box."
Oh, it's great.
I said, "It's a great idea, Troy, but next time could you please tell us you're going to do that?"
Well, it started something where Dick LeVar, you trust him?
2nd and 5. And Le'Veon Bell this time for maybe 2. Cromartie in this game, and again, was questionable coming in after the knee injury in practice this week.
I think he's questionable coming out. He's had a tough day right now. You can see, I mean, with the little things, you can tell him the holding, but they've been going after him all day. And then again on this one, I would say he was expecting some inside help. That is not just his fault. You can see right there looking at it, he was not a happy camper, but he has had a difficult day, no doubt.
3rd and 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a run here.
Blue 30! Blue 30!
Roethlisberger wanted to throw for it, and the Jets are all over. The first man to get there was Wilkerson.
They're trying to win the game there. They need one more first down to really ice this game completely, but Muhammad Wilkerson, you give him opportunities. Number 96 coming from Roethlisberger's left.
I wouldn't be throwing it right there, Phil. I think the best thing you got right now on your side is the clock.
Let's go on the one.
4th sack of the game registered by the Jets. Wilkerson has 9 sacks going back to last season in his last 13 games.
Wow.
Just in his 3rd year, he is going to be a star in this league for a while. Let's go. Curley wanting to do something with it. And flattened at the 34 after a 46-yard punt. Next Sunday, doubleheader action on CBS. New England in this stadium taking on the Jets early. Many will see that game, and then in the doubleheader window, many will see Baltimore, Pittsburgh, or Houston, which has been annihilated today at home, taking on Kansas City or Cleveland at Green Bay. We're going to see you back in the studio next week. You're always welcome out here.
I'm going to miss you guys.
Yeah, we'll miss you. We'll be tossing it to you back and forth for the updates. On first down, it's going to go in the books as a sack for the Steelers. Ziggy Hood.
Well, it was hard to say as you watch the Steelers this year. You can't talk about their pass rush because they never got in these type of situations.
Exactly.
Or 3rd and longs. Today they've had many opportunities and the pass rush has come through some.
Look at Troy. He's up in the middle.
Sideline, pulled down by Hill. And Ike Taylor chops him there at the 45. Gain of 13 and a first down.
Good job by Stephen Hill.
Jets now
9-4, hold!
inside of 4 minutes.
Go, go, go!
Quickly to the line. Wanted to go deep. Now it's Cumberland. Well, he makes a nice cut, doesn't he? And out of bounds at the 41. Spun away from Lawrence Timmons and picks up 13, maybe 14.
Well, here comes the running back across. Goodson
Wow, that Goodson,
picks up Cortez Allen. And Geno Smith doesn't panic, just kept waiting, finally found somebody open, pick up another first down. Cumberland works all the way across the field. Thinks the play's over. So did Lawrence Timmon. Good job of staying involved.
4 catches for 59 yards. Jets have 2 timeouts. Got Michael Campbell, who they just brought up on the field as a receiver. And a run though by Goodson is a big gainer all the way to the 23 and a gain of 18.
I'll tell you, Goodson just made a great block on the play before on the pickup on the blitz, and right there, he made a couple guys miss in the backfield.
Yeah, they caught him that time. Didn't give up on the run. Troy Polamalu misses him in the backfield.
Gino, sideline. Got his man for another first down. It's David Nelson.
Boy, that's a beautiful throw. And the one thing a lot of throws to the sideline today by the Jets. As many as any team that I've seen in the NFL this year. So many short, dinky passes, throw it over the middle, but the Jets willing to fire the football outside the numbers and make the plays.
The last 4 snaps for the Jets have all produced first downs. Now from the 12. Looking end zone. He got hit when he threw it, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by Timmons. And he's tackled at the 26. Jarvis Jones hit Smith on the release, and the wobbler is picked off by Timmons.
Well, they've been waiting for Jarvis Jones. They have said once he figures this out, these tackles in the NFL, he was going to start pressuring the quarterback, beats the running back that time.
That is Mike Goodson being helped off the field. He got hit by one of his own players trying to tackle Timmons after the interception.
It's good to see him walk it off on his own.
This is the second pick of Smith today. Both came deep in Pittsburgh territory.
Jarvis Jones, a rookie, making an impact there. We already saw Vince Williams. It's interesting, the 2 rookie linebackers this week making an impact right there on that defense and in this game.
And that's the first red zone stop of the season by the Steelers. And they go with Bell for a couple. The Jets call the timeout. So they had given it up 11 times the first 4 weeks with no takeaways. Today they give nothing away and have 2 picks.
And it's a win.
Subway postgame show will be coming up right after this one. JB, Dan Marino, and special guest Bart Scott. All the latest scores and highlights coming up on the Subway postgame show. Second and 8. And it's Bell hopping around and finding a tiny crease to about the 34, and the Jets call timeout again. Well, one thing we haven't mentioned so far, we saw a glimpse of him just a second ago. Phil, your son Matthew, Matt, backup quarterback to Geno Smith. And I know that it's awkward for you as a dad to be here when your son's in uniform. He hasn't seen action today, but I know how proud you are of the effort it's taken by Matt to make the New York Jets football team and have such an exceptional preseason of action to be the backup.
Yeah, of course I am. I was ecstatic that he's on the football team. And I will say, I thought he warmed up great today.
Yes, all right.
They speak highly of him.
There's
they do. He's very well respected here and admired. And they feel good about having him.
You bring up a good point, though. Here we do a game. My son's on the Jets. Bill's the ex-coach of the Steelers. Both teams treated us great, knowing those situations.
Third down. And that is going to pick up the first down by a wide margin for Dwyer.
You know, Bill, you're right. You know, the fact that the Jets, they came, and the Steelers, to me, they told us whatever we wanted to know, and they weren't concerned that, like, we were going to give up some information.
You know, I look at the New York Jets, and I see a young quarterback right there who's got a great future ahead of him. I like where they are. I think they're a few players away, Phil. I like what Marty Morningwig's done with his offense. And like I said, that's a good defense. Listen, Pittsburgh was a team that was backed into a corner. This was a must-win for them.
First down run for a couple more, which brings us to the 2-minute warning. 19-6 Steelers. Here's a few of the things accomplished by the Steelers, and one not official in the books yet. First second half lead, first takeaways, and trying to close it out for a first win. Second down and 8. And it's Felix Jones for another 2-yard gain. Coming up, the Subway post-game show. JB will be quarterbacking things. Dan Marino and Bart Scott will be in there to help them through the highlights. You know, this game's moving along pretty rapidly. You might want to hoof it over there and maybe get into the studio before the end of the post-game show about 5 o'clock. You could get in there.
I could, and I would love it. I'm going to be back in there next week with my guys. I have enjoyed, I got to tell you guys, I've really enjoyed being in the booth with you. It's a different experience. I have great respect for the job you guys do. It's a fast game, but boy, what a great day I've had. A lot of fun. Thank you.
We've loved having you. Third down here for Pittsburgh. And Dwyer is stopped by the Jets. And again,
And I appreciate the kind words you said to us, Bill, during the commercial. You said, Phil, you're a lot trimmer than Boomer Esiason. I appreciated that.
Yes.
What would my telecast be without a reference to Boomer's weight? I got to do that every time. So, but it was a lot of fun having you, and it's not only the game. It's all the time sitting around and we get to talk about football in the league and all that. That's what's fun about hanging out doing these games.
And it's fun about meeting with the teams. I think that's the one thing I remember walking in and I kidded about that with the production meeting. But you do get a feel for the teams and how they feel where they're at. The sense of where they need to be. And like I said, I look at the New York Jets and I see a team.
5-yard penalty.
You know what was most interesting to me in the production meeting when we were in there with you and the Steelers, and there you are acting as a reporter, was to just again see the dynamic between you and Roethlisberger. And then he told us you guys were the only team to bring him in for a pre-draft interview to your facility of all the teams in the league.
Yeah.
And then you told him right before the pick, you called him and said, how would you like to be a Steeler?
And his career has been phenomenal. It's interesting is that Bart Scott, who's back in the studio, got it first started because of a hit he put on Tommy Maddox.
That's right.
And he got his first start in week 2 against the Baltimore Ravens, and we went on to win 15 straight games, beating these New York Jets here in the divisional game and lost to the Patriots in the championship game.
That start as a rookie quarterback to a career maybe hasn't gotten its full appreciation.
No, really
15 straight wins as a start.
The interesting
your career
thing
in the
is
league
there's only
as a
6 players on that team that was on that Super Bowl team that I was on.
Surrounded by his offensive line here.
That's a great shot.
That's where he's come, guys. He's a leader in the team. He's the guy.
You can tell talking to him, you tough loved him pretty good for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he appreciates it now.
He really does. I mean, this guy understood. And he walked in yesterday talking about Le'Veon Bell, talking about the thing he said I thought interesting. He said that the bye week came at the perfect time. And he said almost had a sense of resurgence and renewance about this season. And this was a big start to it.
Completion to Curley and maybe one more play. And maybe not. The game is over. The Steelers have their first win of the season. To go to 1-4. The Jets drop to 3-3. 19-6 Steelers is the final score. Coming up next, the Subway post-game show for Phil Simms and Bill Cowher.